Okay, so looking at Trail versus 2Saint today. Gonna see what we can come up with here. Yeah, I'm not sure what to really expect from Puff Ices, but we'll see how it goes. So, let's start from the beginning. Going about 0.75 speed just so I can see this. Not sure what that down smash was for. I notice he's shielding a lot. Like almost always when he gets up, he's shielding. So we're gonna make a note of that. Also, what was this? Like, call me crazy, but I feel like this was a handoff. Like, she's in the corner, like, come on. So that's another thing. That's the second kind of point where I'm like noticing an opportunity for execution. Like, we go for these ice blocks, but they're kind of positioned in a way where they don't cover the ices effectively. Like, they're not actually sliding over the platform the play you want them to in order to protect your zone. Yeah. I feel like this also, there's an argument that maybe we should have just maybe this should have been a Dash Dance Blizzard, so you cover for the front and then have the other one. Then have your Popo do this. Because to me that seems like a lot better coverage. At least you cover her for like moving in on you. I just don't even know what these ice blocks necessarily accomplish even if they hit her. I guess they would like stun her for a bit, so then maybe you can like move in after and threaten, or maybe go for another one to like keep her out further to like punish her if she like tries to hang here or like double jump away. But I just feel like, yeah, it's certainly not sliding them over the platform is not what we're interested in. Yeah, I think that this matchup, from watching MoF play it, it feels like this matchup involves a lot of Blizzard to deny her from approaching in at like this kind of trajectory, so then she has to come in from higher, so then you attack her there. Yeah. Yeah, see, with you being here, I think I don't know what this wave. I feel like this wave dash into the corner is like exactly what you don't want to do. Like if I had to like break down the neutral in this matchup a little bit further, the big thing that I would say here is that much of the dynamic is just where she is in relation to your, like if your up air hits here and your full hop up air hits around here. So much of the dynamic of this matchup is just how she positions in relation to this. So by you moving over here, because like you're giving her exactly what she wants, because her biggest threat is her like back air, and she turns around really easily in the air, so she kind of has access to it from both sides pretty easily. So with that in mind, what this is really doing is you're losing what little stage you have. You're winding up playing this position over here, which is like really tough for you. If anything, I'm thinking like with her being within the height of the full hop one, this is an easy smash turn like this way, and then just like poker, make her get away. If you want to be more conservative, you could also like short hop this way as well. But I think the second that you're in the corner, like you're on the edges of the stage in this matchup versus Jigglypuff, that's where a lot of the problems happen, because you don't really have a good way of interacting with her once you're outside of like this center. Like, unless you have both climbers, you don't really have a good way of interacting with her once you're pinned outside the center stage box. You don't, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that you don't have the other climber to multitask and guard your front while you're doing your thing. Now, there are ways to make it work, but I think that like the idea that we're giving up, I think we should not be so comfortable with giving up everything just so that we can avoid, like, what does she even do here that's like a threat? Like, she's just faring down anyway. So had we like full hop up aired or short hop up aired at her, like we would have been pretty okay, I think. Like, how does she move into it? Yeah, like... Yeah, if we had instead short hop up aired here or full hop up aired here, we'd totally get her every time. You could even make a case for back air because she's facing you. So like that's a consideration. Because she's facing you, her threat range is essentially halved. So like we can kind of like think of her as like having this much power, like with her nair and her fair or something. Like maybe nair is more down here, but and I guess she has her down air too. But like your up air and your back air at this angle will beat all those. I don't like these plays as much because with how her range of motion works, she's kind of moving. She can kind of move like between certain points. Like if she goes full forward, she moves like this, but she has to like avoid the platform too. So she has to move kind of like this, and she doesn't gain as much speed. Like she has to build up back up to her speed once she's like lost it. So it's really more like this kind of. But the point is, like, we're not getting anything. We're not getting anything by moving into the corner here. This I feel like was not ideal. There's an argument as well because like again these moves are all to her side. With how she's like drifting, you could make a case for like jumping around the platform and a wave landing off it to like attack her. Like going up here, coming down, because then your back air hits here and kind of like cuts into her space. Because presumably, like assuming we think that she's going to chase us, because it's the only reason to do this play. She kind of moves around like somewhere around this, and this kind of like, so she's probably around here, around this height at the time that you do that back air. So you just kind of like fall on her. So that's like one thing that I would consider for sure. But all in all, I'm not... Yeah, I just think that this wave dash is like a massive I feel like this wave dash is a massive overextension. The other thing you could consider if you want to use the ice blocks is you could like jump this way and then ice block to like slide it across the platform. That's a very passive line. I don't like it as much as the other things here, but if you wanted to like be defensive for some reason, like suppose you were at like 130 or something, then I can see this making sense. But yeah, I think that at this point the real goal is to get to like whatever percent she needs to be at for up smash to kill. So you have like, because that's really the that's really how you stay ahead in this position. You want to find up smash. Yeah, see that's that back here at that angle that I was talking about. You got above her and then you also just like wave dash directly into her. So I think one of the things that I also want to emphasize here is that like, okay, waveland, whatever. One of the things that MoF did a really good job of is understanding that like the longest wave dashes possible are not always like necessarily the good ones. It's also worth noting that you are coming out of this wave dash and you are walking forward or trying to down smash. And I can't imagine why you're trying to down smash Jigglypuff or crouch cancel down smash. Like you might be crouching here, maybe this is down smash. It's one of the two. I think you are down smashing. Like this doesn't even kill if you hit her. I think that this needed to be jab into grab or something. In hindsight, looking at the wave lash length, it's actually kind of okay. But yeah, like we just didn't attack fast enough. I don't even know if your jab is faster than your down smash. Well, it's faster than your down smash in front. That much is certain. And yeah, like when does she start her back air? Okay, so has she started it when she's left the ground? Maybe. Yeah, I think jab would work, but the idea is that you need to be actionable as you're reaching Jigglypuff, or slightly before you're reaching her, so that you can actually get your moves out. So you don't always want to go in full speed. But that's the thing, like you got the down smash that you wanted, and it didn't even kill on the previous play, but it didn't even kill. I think that jab grab for that reason would have been much better, because you would just get that down throw fair over on the other side, you put her above you, or like you hit the meteor maybe, and like you still get the first kill, but I feel you just took so much more damage than you had to, so he just revenge kills you immediately. I'm assuming, yeah. I don't know why we're ice blocking so much instead of using Blizzard. You know what I mean? Like, this shield seems to be killing us. If I had to say that there's something that's like really that's posing a problem, it's this. Like, she's nowhere near you. Why are we committing to shield? It's so restrictive. Like, this could have easily been a Dash Dance Blizzard. Like, she's under the platform, too, right? So, this could have easily been, like, a Dash Dance Blizzard desync. Like, let's think about what happens here if instead of entering shield here, we do Dash Dance Blizzard. So, I'm going to save this. I guess I'll just do this over here. SSBM. Cool. So let's grab this, because I think that this is another one I want to kind of break down. So we have the ice climbers here, and I just don't know why we're like not. So we don't need to dash dance that much though. Like, we probably only need like this much distance. So if we're not in shield, like with her being over here, we probably don't even need that much. We probably only need like this much to like dash dance to sync, don't we? And like, we don't need much space for it. So then what this has the effect of doing is, like, we put up the ice wall right in front of us. Like, the ice breath happens here. It's a blizzard, but I like ice breath more. So blizzard happens here. It's like, hits like kind of this area here with its like multi-hit. Jigglypuff has her back to us, but if she gets clipped by any of this moving at us, then she's going to get turned around, and that puts her in a pretty annoying position. The other cool thing is that at that point we can also use ice blocks to like kind of like hit in front of her, because she doesn't like, she's incentivized to go for the to kind of like play above this, but at some point she will need to refresh her jumps. If she tries to do that by grabbing the edge, the ice block here is actually pretty irritating for her, because it can like hit her. And depending on which one hits her with it, like if we ice breath, turn like kind of like and be annoying, if she stays floating in this general vicinity, yeah, like we can potentially harass her with damage with Popo, or if we can somehow get it so that she's like running out of jumps near the edge here. If we can get her with Nana, then we can just go in after her with Popo. So we have a lot of things going on here that seem pretty good. The other thing here is that she might move up here to try to like graze the platform edge to like recover. But if she does that, then she's putting herself willingly above us. And as we discussed, our short hop up air and stuff, like we'd have to approach, but like short hop up air will hit this, short hop fair will hit this. Yeah, I'll use a mallet for like short up fair, because that makes sense. Yeah, like short up air will hit this, short up fair will hit this with the arc. We have options to like punish that. Heck, we could even potentially, if we wanted to be sneaky and we know that she's going there, we even have the option to potentially go up here and go across and hit her. Or we could even slide the ice block across as well. Because if she's hanging out in this area, like short hopping with like jumping up with Popo and sliding the ice block across so that it hits this area, it kind of challenges a lot of the space that she wants to move in. Which she really, like, if she tries, this being here means that her path to us has to look something like that. And that's pretty easy to see coming. And there's options that they have to defend, like F smash, up smash, like, heck, even just short up fairing, like for the arc, if we go over her, right? So we're giving up a lot of offense, I think, by shielding here, and we're restricting our freedom of motion, and we're not really getting anything out of it either, because her biggest threat is her bear, and like that hits she's so far from us. So yeah, I think that like we need to be willing to be more active, or at least not overextend like this in these kinds of mid-range spots, because I think that's something that's really it's hindering you. You're not able to use your character's mobility or multitask with them effectively by doing this, and that's kind of needed versus her, because yeah, her neutral game is more flexible than yours up front, so you have to use your setups to keep up with her. Otherwise, you don't really have much going on. So what should we call this one? I should move this over here. We'll call this one Blizzard Corner. Blizzard Center Stage. Pressure. Yeah. Cool, let's keep going. Yeah, like this diagonal angle actually makes it like some amount of sense. The diagonal that you go for here makes some amount of sense. But yeah, you're just... I feel like this is kind of playing too much into her, like, into her strong positions by, like, willingly going up into the air like this. This is the other thing, like... This is the other thing, like, by you shielding here, had you not shield... Like, this is another, like, simple one. But by you shielding here, you have restricted your jump out of shield range tremendously. So, like, we're gonna do something here. So let's say that this is you with shield. This line represents, this lavender one represents your range of motion out of shield. You could probably do something like this. But if you still could dash jump, it looks more like this. So you could have actually gotten under her and like hit her in this area to like block her off from like entering this zone. But because you can't, she's able to get to this. Because your range of motion is so constricted by the shield that you've raised, you can't block off this area that's further out. Like you just don't have the ability to hit over here. You can probably hit as far as the edge if you really wanted to, because you don't have to do it right away. You could probably hit like like honestly, like if we did this properly, you could probably hit like over here if you wanted to. Because, yeah, you just don't have to do the up air right away. You could probably even hit it lower, like probably around here. So, you didn't incur L cancel lag, but like, what's more important, L cancel lag or hitting her and denying her her position? But because we've shielded here, our range of motion really looks more like here. It's like here, here, here. We don't have the same coverage because of the commitment here. So, yeah, like, if there's one big thing that I suggest, if you do not have a very good reason for shielding, i.e. she is close and can hit you, we don't put it up. We do not raise shield, because we have other things that are way more useful and way more productive to do with our time. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, this never needed to be, yeah, this never needed to be, put in this, like, we never needed to be put in this position. It's just, yeah, we just didn't. That's okay, though. Like, again, I get it, because wave shielding is, like, a pretty big part of this matchup. But, yeah. Like, the amount of restriction that this is just, like, it's... Yeah, you're just restricting yourself so much by, like, shielding. And now, like, what's happening here is, like, you're now trying to, like, challenge Puff in her power position. Like, this... The second that she has this kind of, like, spacing set up, we should not be trying to go in so aggressively. Like, we're trying to go in with Nair into Jigglypuff's back air. Like, if you think that she's going to go to the edge like this, why are we not dash dancing into Blizzard to cover this zone? Why don't we shoot an ice block to, like, hang over it? Why don't, like, there's so many better lines of play, and we're taking the most aggressive one we possibly can. Yeah. Yeah, these ice blocks really aren't giving us anything. I think that getting to the ground and, like, just going from there, that makes way more sense. I think that this Waveland setup actually seems really good, because it puts her into the air in this awkward position, and she's facing us, so she has to double jump away and then double jump away before she can back air. See what I mean? She has to kind of, like, be she has to be here before she can really, like, start back airing. I don't exactly know what the frame data on her turnaround is, but I think that she has to be around here before she can actually back air. So with that in mind, this could have been a good spot for us to actually aggress her. Like, this could be like ice blocks across the platform, because she has to go up here anyway just to fix her stance. And then that, like, that could be an opening, that could, like, hit her, and if we can potentially do it with one climber, then that might be an opening. The other thing that makes some amount of sense here is just, like, jumping forward and short out fairing her, because she has to do it, like, pretty high up. So if your fair hits around here, maybe that can, like, pull her down, or, like, knock her up, like, pop her up. This shield accomplishes us nothing. Yeah, this is just like, this is very heavily don't shield, like, the game. I'm not gonna comment on more, like, I'm not gonna comment on, like, just, like, shielding when we don't have to, because I think that that's gonna come up a lot, and I don't feel like beating a dead horse. But if there's anything else that comes up that's, like, impactful, then, yeah, I'll mention it. But for this game, I'm not really seeing much else going on here. Like, it's all stuff that we've already kind of gone over. We're attacking from the diagonals a lot, and that's good. But I feel like we're also neglecting some of the fundamentals of playing below her. That was a really cool down smash. I liked that. Yeah, like this. I think that we need to also vary, like, how we're covering her in general. I like these forward smashes, but I think that we're doing them a little early. Like, this is... Like, if I look at the hammer wall here... Like, what were we going for here? Yeah, I think that we need to... I think that these are the type... When you see her, like, coming in with, like, down air like this, I think that these are the times where we need to, like, either... On this, it's either, like, jump away back air, because you're jumping up in place, it looks like. Or it's just or just rip forward smash. I honestly think that just ripping forward smash on her here, or up smash on her is, like, perfectly reasonable. Yeah, like, your ground moves come out fast. When does your F smash come out? Notion. Yeah, because I'm curious about this now. I see this F smash. 12. I always thought it was faster than that. Is it really 12? That sounds right. Okay, so hits on 13, 14. Cool. So it's actually 13 frame startup. And what about up smash? I feel like up smash is a little bit, yeah, startup 13. Oh, okay, so same kind of area. It has, like, a long duration though, like 6 active frames. And then your jump squat, I think, is, are they they're like a 3 or 4. They're a 3 or 4 frame jump squat, I think. So then back air. Startup 7, so it hits on 8. But you are moving into her, like, range sooner with it, which is the thing. Yeah. It's close. It's really close. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that one. That's one that I'm not too super sure about. The other one that's kind of the other thing that's kind of interesting here is just, like, the prospect of just walking away from her and then doing it. Cause, like, yeah, like, you just empty landed, so then you know she's coming forward, so you could actually dash jump cancel up smash here if you wanted to, or walk away. Yeah, I think it's some kind of ground move, because yeah, it's some kind of ground move where you have to, like, dash jump away. Yeah. But it feels like so much of your wall is just really stationary, or not really, like, varying, like, how you move into it all that much. The F smashes were really good. I feel like so much of this matchup is being won just by, like, by your attack angles coming in from above, but that's also, like, the position, which works against her, because, like, if where her moves cover, but, like, it's also the weaker overall position to play, because ICs, like, just aren't as good on the ground, no, on the platforms as they are in the air. Yeah, like, missing these kinds of follow-ups. This might be, like, this would be an interesting spot. I'm wondering, like, is there any merit to, like, fairing here to try to get the pop-up, like, cover that spot with, like, full hop fair, fast fall, cancel, then she gets popped up by Tekken because she teched in place, then you just jump up and hit her again. And then if she rolls to the sides, can you just grab her maybe? I don't know. You could also just RTC back air. That seems like pretty easy. These really should be like, it's small, but like these really should be back airs and up airs so you can play a better positional advantage. Like you need to be yeah. I do not know why we are wave landing here. If we think that he's coming down after us when he's at 86, my thinking is we up smash and hope we up smash and kill him. Like up smash covers this area perfectly. It's out forever, and he's coming after us. Like, yeah, we need to be going for the things that kill him more often because we're giving up so much by not like representing our scariest kill moves. He's like chasing us very, very, very liberally, and that he should not be able to do that. Like, I don't know why we're not up smashing just like in general. It seems really good, especially with the positions he played. Like that right there, like he misses this pound. This should be like autopilot. Like he's in front of us for like a full second. Yeah, like this move takes like from here. Okay, not a full second, but like he's in front of us for a long time. And then he double jump drills in like the curvature around our shield, which like, come on. This is really good down throw back here. I feel like down throw upper. I feel like down throw. I feel like there's no reason to ever miss this follow up though. Like, why is this not an up smash or an F smash? It's a tech error, but like, yeah, just those little things. So this is good, the way you move around her. Why do like this is like just this is perhaps the biggest example of the whole shield thing. Like I know I said I wouldn't bring it up again, but like man, you missed a grab on Jigglypuff's whiffed up smash because of that. Like that was such a huge opportunity. Up smash is not bad at cutting into these back airs, the ones that are over her, because think about it, right? Like it's out for longer and swings above you, right? It is a call out, it is a read, but it's also, I think that like Jigglypuff might back air here, especially when we're at low damage before we've taken a ton. I think that is a reasonable prediction to make. This, what was this? Like this, okay. Like this needed to be an on-stage handoff until this needed to be like a nobble or something. Yeah, like we need the, like, we need... Yeah, we're really not just like pushing our grab damage, really. Yeah. Okay, let's watch the next match. Oh, wait. Icy's Puff. Okay. Got it. So this is probably why you're not handoffing. Because you not... Yeah, so for some reason... Yeah, I don't know what causes this, but... Oh, it's because you're holding down, I bet. Yeah, you need to be holding forward so she'll walk forward. Like, this means that you're holding down, because Nana's crouching. But the problem with that is then she's not moving forward anymore, so she's behind where Jigglypuff is. You have to be walking forward here. Like, this is perhaps even more important. Okay, we'll just call this Uers. Shield restriction. Okay, no, that's fine. So let's make a new one. So yeah, the problem with this is honestly just like this. Yeah, and what is this shield doing here? This shield is also a problem. So we have like multiple problems here. No, we're not gonna ask why. We're gonna say do not hold down plus block for handoff. And then the takeaway here is in purple, Nana needs to walk forward. So stick position should realistically be a little different. Stick position from this being the center should be around here, if this is our controller. And maybe a little bit further, like around here. Yeah, it should be around here, like it's a gentle input. But yeah, we don't need, we need this, we need the, that's huge. That's actually huge. So why handoffs are not working. In fact, I bet if I take a look at the previous game, I'm curious about something. Let's see. Let's do, because I didn't think to do it then, but there was a handoff that went for. If we go back there, I think it was around here. It was on this stock. Yeah, it was the down throw up airs. Or down throw back airs, and I was like, this should have been a smash attack. So maybe it was this stock, actually. Yeah, so it was this stock. And this is the stock. Yeah, okay, so this is just a timing thing. I think that this is, I'm not sure, but I wonder if the dash, if it's because you dash grabbed instead of dash jump cancel grabbing. Was that a dash? Was that it? So it might be a different one, actually. Yeah, that was a dash grab for sure. So I wonder if that's also affects it, because I imagine it does, because with the 10 frames of lag, whatever. Let's see here. But yeah, this one was a jump cancel grab for sure. Controller things. See, yeah, so this is the problem with these, like, tomahawks. Once they start catching on, they just kind of slow down your wave. Like, they're just like a slower wave dash if they catch on to it. So, like, wave dashing the other way and then, like, jab down smashing or something. I think that might have... Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, anything kills her there. Yeah, the biggest thing I notice is you're just playing like way more airborne compared, like way more above Jigglypuff compared to MoF. I feel like with MoF, like you have to work really hard to get her above you. In fact, let's pause this. Let's go take a look-see. Because I think that this is like really, we've kind of extracted most of what we can from this. So like, let's take a look at this by comparison. So already we see like a pretty big difference in terms of like the shield game. So she's using the distinct shields. And the reason for this is that what this is doing is when Jigglypuff, this is some like ancient shootout shit. So basically what's happening is that if Jigglypuff hits your shield like higher up than when Dawson does, then Dawson incurs the hit lag from Nana, then from Popo, which Impacts is out of shield time, but like it also desyncs the climbers. So you can see how like when she wave dashes out of shield, Popo goes like significantly sooner than Nana does, I think. Like she's still holding shield, Nana's still holding shield, which gets the, I think it allowed her to go for that like she was trying to get like a really efficient dash dance to sync off it. But yeah. Crouching. There's that blizzard that we talked about. Yeah. I remember this match not going really well in her favor, so I kind of want to go to one where it does. Let's actually look at the FD game. No. Yeah, we'll just play it out. Whatever. Now let's go to Dreamland. I think the Dreamland game is, yeah. So we see that like we see more Blizzard going on, so that's one thing. Also, using the side B is something that I think is something you might want to consider. She's also like keeping center stage more, and then punishing Dawson for trying to go above her. So you notice like she did that Blizzard, then covered the space with her up tilt. Yeah. So this was kind of cool here, the way that she kind of like baited him by going up here, but then went down early. So then when he like grazed Nana, he was just ready to like her Popo was just there positioned to be able to attack. Well, she is also crouch canceling like a ton. I think you were doing it too, but yeah, that's a similar. There's that up smash that we were talking about. It doesn't hit, but again, like it could. And it's creating threat. She's also more efficient about generally like moving into her when she's trying to hit him. Yeah, and then she just so obviously no SD. But yeah. She's doing like the jab grab. She takes the full damage and then gets the down throw up smash. Like this is so like imagine it like what would you like the big difference I see with you is like what would you do with this opening, right? The main thing that I saw was like down throw smash attack, but like by hitting the knobble here into the down throw up smash properly, like Dawson dies at 71 or like 75 going into this. That's crazy. That's so efficient. Like what character kills Jigglypuff other than Fox at like 71 from a grab here? Captain Falcon. But like those are the two most powerful offensive characters in the game. So it's just like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, imagine how miserable this would feel if you were playing this same set, but you were not at, if she was at, like, if Jigglypuff was still at 4 stocks, because we didn't kill her with the thing. Like, imagine you were up, like, she was at, like imagine Jigglypuff had 4 stocks at, like, 115 damage, and you were at 2 with this. Like, that feels so much more insurmountable. But, like, this just feels like it's a couple of grabs.
Unfortunately, the AI of Nana just running around like a headless chicken. Yeah, happens sometimes. Shouts to Chica.
That was a really cool recovery. That was a sick recovery. Like, everything she's doing, like, what she's doing just makes more sense tactically. 3-1 comeback. I don't remember it being this lopsided.
Combo really there since it wasn't solo. Gets comboed separately. The up throw separation. That up throw goes so high, so super effective versus the climbers. Okay. Here we go. Goes for the RNG handoff, but Nana's not.
Yeah, so like the reason she does this here is because if Nana down throws or forward throws, or if Dawson ground releases by mashing, she can still get the grab and then just like kill him instantly with the with her. I think that I don't even think she needs to do the full nobble here, but yeah, she just gets a free kill. Now Nana doesn't cooperate, so she's had some kind of bad RNG with Nana this game, but like in general, she's creating more opportunities where she has the chance to just directly get the kill and like apply pressure to Dawson's air game. Like, yeah, it's just the biggest thing that I see. Now she's going for some kind of sus shield grabs, but she's also down like a million. Yeah, so she messes up that combo, but the way she finishes it still keeps her on the ground in a pretty solid position. And I think that's like a really important thing here. Like you'd normally be like finishing on the platforms and then have to like deal with Jigglypuff's back air more directly, but she's getting underneath things. She's getting back to the ground a lot more. And ironically, I think that he could have rolled out Jigglypuff. Like he could have hit Jigglypuff, Nana with rollout and won the game. Like would this have worked? So what does Dawson have to do? Yeah, he just like jumps and charges rollout here at Jigglypuff and then he wins the game. Yeah. Okay, this is a throw. She's just gonna randomly like smash attack him, yeah. Okay, not randomly, like obviously not, but just like she's gonna go for it at a strange timing mix up. Yeah, the down throw fair is also kind of something that looks pretty slick. Because yeah, it just keeps Jigglypuff near the ground, allows for follow up. It's ancient, it's kind of finicky, but like yeah, like that's something that makes sense. And now she's dead because she hits the handoff in the novel here. Like yeah, Dawson's super dead. Doesn't like nothing he does there matters if she executes. You had a rest punish with Jigglypuff near the edge at 0, I think. Like an opportunity for that, and you did like double smash attack. That's a massive miss compared to that. So if there's one thing, like, I guess if we had to summarize, the 3 biggest things that I can think of right now that will help your gameplay pretty immediately would just be to shield way less in your neutral, because I don't see her shielding quite as much as you. If you are going to shield, maybe vary it. Use the light shield, hard shield trick too. Yeah, use like the light shield, hard shield. I think for that one you just like... I think that for that one you just hold down, like, you just don't hold down all the way with one... I'm not sure how you do it. But, yeah. You can also see, like, these are the uppers I'm talking about. Like, she forces Dawson to play above by using the Blizzard, and then, not right away, because I think she misses the first attempt, but then on the second one, yeah, she manages to get the poke on that one. And because Dawson, by keeping Dawson in the air here, it's actually really smart, because Dawson is low on jumps. Like, I don't know if anyone else has been counting them, but, like, here. So, he lands... So, I don't think... This is his last jump, I think. So, because of that, like, had she, like, aggressed him and just gone after him with jab grab, there's a chance that she just gets him. Because I don't think he even had any. Let's count. I actually want to count these. So, that was 1. Okay, so she landed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that was her last one. So yeah, Dawson couldn't actually do anything other than just land there. So I think that, like, that up air actually did a lot more. Unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize completely on it, but yeah, like, those kinds of things matter, because you can see, like, by keeping Dawson in the air without jumps, he's forced to, like, either decide whether he wants to, like, aggress with restricted mobility or just reset to neutral. And if it's the latter and he goes to the other side of the stage to do so, that just gives MoF an opportunity to set up shop. Yeah, I really like how she's playing this. Like, she's crazy at this.
Here we go.
She's so good.
Back throw, looking for an edge guard, walling with the back airs. Ooh, just barely misses though.
I love that drift that MoF did to land on the side platform and become actionable almost immediately.
I love that bait. I love how she did that, like, that tech chase situation, like that, not that the Oki here. Like, she didn't get it, but like the idea is really good. It's just like a small execution adjustment, and like she can get that.
But still alive.
Small timing change.
The super bash from MoF is not going to be enough.
And MoF's vibing, chilling out. Yeah,
I like that dish how she comes down with the side B too, just to make sure Nana doesn't taunt or do anything stupid.
And I think that's the huge
It's like a small thing, but it's good housekeeping.
play on the counter pick in game 5 if they do.
Just good, like, okay, just Nana doesn't do anything like dumb that like that arbitrarily causes 2Saint to be, sorry, Dawson to be able to rest her and kill her immediately.
2 hammers dunking on that puff.
She got 2 hammers.
We're just 2 hammers sitting 5 feet apart. No, I'm kidding.
Forward airs. 2 hammers.
Pokey, pokey.
Forward airs.
Yeah, like,
Opening here.
look at it. So yeah, she gets hit more. I will say that, and I know that that's probably like why you don't like that style, but like, yeah, because she get like, so she doesn't get the reaction, but because of that handoff, she also got like so much more damage. Like Puff is at 20 going into this and comes out with like 67. That's like so much damage, and it could have gone further. That was like 47 on Puff from like, yeah, 47 on Puff plus the jabs if we want to count it as jab grabs. So that was like 51 on Puff. 51 is a lot. Like now, like she just like Puff is like. Dawson has to worry about just like arbitrarily dying to like an up smash now or forward smash. She uses, and this is the thing, like by mixing up, by playing more ground heavy, when it creates the diagonal that you're like the kind of like the diagonal position you're looking for. By her going over this back air anyway, what did I do? Okay. Like Dawson is thinking that she's going to fight on the ground more. So then by her jumping over this back air early, it creates the same kind of diagonal position that you've been like getting a lot of mileage out of. And then she catches the jump away. But the thing is, like, whether Dawson crouches, shields, or like up tilts or whatever, none of them deal with this back air effectively, which is why it's such a good play. I'm really surprised that didn't tether. Like, in hindsight, yeah, I kind of get it, but yeah, I was surprised when I saw it. Like, that didn't work. Jab grab. I see his jab grab on shield is unironically, like, pretty good. Like, probably was like negative 11 after Nana's hit. Negative like something. That's not that bad. For a jab? Like, that's pretty good. I don't know the exact numbers, don't come for me, people, but yeah.
So Nana's gonna be in knockdown percent now, so any hit that Dawson does, as long as Nana stays on stage, could potentially be a death.
I think that single thing that the commentators have said has upset me in some way. I don't know why. I feel like everyone tries to make this matchup more. I don't know. They just try to make it more tense than it is sometimes. They're both interacting quite a bit. Like, there's no need for this. I don't know. No. There's that up smash. No, know what it is? It's because the second one just keeps repeating what the first one is saying. That's what it is. And they're still talking about, like, yeah. It's fine. Let's go back and look at that again. Yeah, see, like, it's just out for so long, and it hits pretty low behind you. So, like, when she lands, yeah, it's really good. The other thing that I really like is when MoF's Nana gets hit by the blizzard, she's always ready to like get in position annoyingly in Dawson's way to like defend her Jigglypuff. No, defend her from Jigglypuff from getting converted. So again, like doesn't get the full conversion, but from 7% is able to get her to like 45. And had she gotten that, that could probably kill her. Like 80% on Dreamland. Maybe she needs another one because it's Dreamland, but like, so she needs to win 2 coin flips on that interaction, instead of 1. But that's still like pretty crazy that she actually has the ability to like apply that much pressure just by like being able to execute that to this level. She actually has that kind of like presence, I guess, that Dawson has to be aware of whenever he's moving around her. Like, yeah, like he had to mash out there or he dies. And again, we still see that same dynamic of like the blizzard is controlling space, can't land here, has to hang out in the air. Because Jigglypuff has moved full forward, her double jump doesn't take her away from the up air. So yeah, she just gets hit. Puff gets it. If only there was some explanation as to how she was doing this. Yeah, see, like, I feel like in a lot of these spots you would be going up to the side platforms, but she's just staying on the ground and staying patient, and this is what's giving her so much mileage. And that's game. Oh, never mind. Honestly, the get-up attack there was super smart. Like, so the reason I like this get-up attack is because Dawson did not move under her. So, like, if you look at when she decides to do this, Dawson is still aligned very much, like, at height with her. I think for Dawson to get this, Dawson needs to, like, fall under her. Like, Dawson needs to go under her and up. I think that he's kind of like moving toward. No. I think this might actually just be like a guessing game. Because I think that like Dawson knows that if he goes all the way over here and she rolls this way, it's going to be hard to like RTC rest her. So then knowing that he's jumped this way and jumps this way trying to get her, and then I think what she does in response is she get up attacks thinking that he's going to come over here and try to get her. So yeah, I think that this is just like, yeah, I think that was just, someone had to bite there, and it wasn't, like, either she bites or she doesn't. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't know if I'm right. Maybe he can cover it all. I don't know. Oh, that was funny. Yo, she did the trail. Let's go. That was really, really sick. Alright, now time to, like, watch this. Because now that we've seen that, like, let's compare to, like, what's going on here. Like, you're, like... Yeah, like, you're shielding so much more than her. You're shielding more, and your Sopo is willing to play these kind of grounded positions. Yeah, it feels like with the dual climber, you go for more angles. Roll rest, okay. How did this even happen? Did you grab? Oh, you were like jumping out of shield. Yeah, so for this kind of situation, I think that like this is another spot where the light shield, hard shield trick is quite good. Because the light shield is going to like sponge the hit, kind of. And push away. That's very good. Daunting lead, you say? Yeah, so like the fact that you're not even pummeling when you grab her, which keeps her locked in the grab for longer. Because pummeling puts her into like the grab stun that makes the wobble possible. So basically there's a type of like stun that happens when somebody's being hit in a grab, like in a grab state, that causes them, I think it always does a certain amount of time, and the wobble basically is the desyncing of those two items together, an interval of those two types of that type of grab stun, like over and over again, that locks out the mash. So by you not pummeling, you're not allowing her to even stay like trapped in the grab. So I think that if there's a takeaway, just like do it. That would be another thing. Like when you're waiting for Nana to come over for like a specific combo, you don't pummel as much. And I think that like, or at least you don't always pummel. And yeah, you're just allowing her to just get out of the grab. Let's look at the last game real quick. Oh, you cook him here. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, see that ice block, like, I feel like there's no way in any universe MoF would ever go for the ice blocks there, because they just commit you this entire time, and they don't guard a particular zone very effectively, because she's not going to ever, like, play over in the corner like that. I feel like the Dash Dance Blizzard gives you, if you're going to go for any kind of desync, the Dash Dance Blizzard at least gives you coverage in front, and then forces her to come in while your Popo is still actionable. So then, yeah. Like, if you're going to go for a special there, it should have been that. It should be that one, I think. Because it just, you're not getting anything off the double ice block. If you're going to shoot an ice block, at least just shoot the one with, like, Nana, so your Popo still is able to defend her. Because, yeah, we're just going for things that we really have no business. They're just not likely to succeed. They don't cover a relevant zone. Like, see, these ones across the platform, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when we made that, when I pointed that out earlier with the previous diagram, this is kind of what I mean by, like, the good ice blocks. Yeah. Great back air. Like, this looks so much cleaner. I don't know what's changed, but I don't know why we're naring her so much. Like, why are we not, like, reverse back airing her? Like, we get so much more. If we reverse back air her, we probably can push her forward. Like, this is actually a big deal. So, like, I'm thinking, like, the reason we do this is because we hit the reverse back air. Like, we hit the, like, we shouldn't jump at this trajectory. Nah, not this trajectory. So we jump at this trajectory. We do the back air here. Like, we do the back air to push her forward. Maybe more like this trajectory. Like, up, forward, and in place. I guess you could make the case that that's too, like, scary to be rested. But even if so, like, we could also just smash turn, jump back, and back air like this. And if she DIs in, we might be able to, like, back air, like, double jump back air her. She's only at 10. And if she DIs away, that's fine, because she probably goes over here, like, somewhere over here. So you can still shoot the ice blocks across this area to cover her. So either you can double jump into her and, like, cover and hit her again, possibly, or you can, like, heck, you can even ice block across the top platform, since it slides across these anyhow. So, like, you have so much more threat by doing it by using the higher knockback move. I don't know. I feel like I just don't know what the nair is accomplishing for you, you know? Like, I could kind of understand it if it was, like doing tons of damage. I could understand it if it was doing like 1 trillion damage or something, but like it's not. It's just, it's like you're doing your least amount of damage. Like even up air at least puts her up in the air and keeps her juggled, right? Nair just is, I just don't know what it's giving you. I don't think it's giving you anything, honestly. I feel like if you just replaced all of your Nairs at low percent with all of your Nair combos at low percent with either up air or back air, I feel like life would go better. Or forward. Like what is that? Like what did that do? Like, if you had just, like, reversed backyard and hit her off stage, like, you know, hit her off stage, or if you had faired and popped her up, if you had, like, up-aired and pushed her out more, like, you have more distance, you have more, which gives you more time. Like, it probably feels like the distance might be, like, the enemy, given that she's Jigglypuff, but the distance is also your friend because you're ice climbers, and it gives you time to desync and set up. And this is the type of matchup where you actually do want to set up a good amount. So, yeah, I don't see what you're getting off the Nair other than like you're in the air for like you're in the air for a while after you do it too, so it's not like it's not like it works for you in that respect either. Like you're not getting a scrap after that. Your like Nair is like that. You're like, I could understand that Nair if you were like Fox or something, because afterwards you get like a scrap situation where you know, keeping the opponent close here when your character dominates close quarters, that all makes sense, but your character doesn't. Your character is kind of like a mid-range fighter, except it's more ground-based like hers. So, given that, like, mid-range and then you want to be a grappler, but only when you have the two of them, and you're in the air after you Nair, so it's not like you're in the position where you're able to be a grappler, because you're in the air. So it's just, I don't know what you really get off it. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know why we're, like, what are we getting out of these, like, going up to the platform? You know what I mean? Like, we keep going up there, and I get it. It makes sense from a where are her moves bad perspective, but we can accomplish the same, like, the kind of, like, we can play to her bigger weakness of being above someone by using, like, other tools. And I think that's really the missing ingredient. Still a good showing by you. Still, like, you got the hits in. Punished his EI really hard. Like, that's good on you. That is absolutely a good appearance by you. But, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, this is the problem with that. You're still winning off of, like, hits that are, like, based on impact, basically. Based on, like, the individual power of that move and how it interacts with the stage dimensions. None of it really addresses Jigglypuff's weaknesses the way that the things MoF went for it did. Because, like, the Nobble and, like, into the handoff is just a set combo that, like, that Jigglypuff's, like, good weight doesn't really help her against. Like, good weight and floaty mechanics don't really help her against. Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna get kind of iced out here. Yeah, this is just getting, let's see here. Yeah, she's just kind of like chilling, vibing with us. Yeah, and because we're shielding so much, like, this shield actually caused you to get hit, eh? Like, look at this. Because you had to shield and exit your shield, you weren't able to, like, use a fast option to defend yourself, and you weren't able to use your dash to move out of the way either. Like, if the one opening that Slug was really good about getting was, like, having his Nana get hit, and then punishing the cooldown. But by wave shielding in this way, especially at low percents, where you're together all the time, you don't actually have the option of even using that. Yeah. Because, like, yeah, when Nana gets hit and goes through hit lag, yeah, you can just, like, kind of set up Popo for, like, the counterattack while she's getting hit, and as Jigglypuff's landing, maybe potentially grab her. Especially at low damage, it's pretty important. It's something that I haven't really seen many players emulate. Like, it's an old shootout thing, but like I haven't seen many players emulate it, although I have... Nobody did it like Slug, but I think I did see MoF do it a couple times, but... Yeah. That said, I would not worry about that first, because that's, I think, is going to have, like, that when that comes up will happen naturally as a byproduct. I think that'll happen naturally as a byproduct of just using your shield and other, like, using your shield less and your, like, movement more. Because you'll just naturally have situations where, like, one of you moves and the other, and she's a little late, and that causes her to get hit. Kind of like this one, honestly. Like, kind of like this. You just have, the only difference is, like, you see how you moved out of the way, like you dashed, at the time that Nana got hit. Yeah, so then the difference is, the problem here is that you just weren't ready for, it looks like you weren't ready, or you panicked and went over. I don't know what happened here, but like you weren't ready for the pound to be hanging out for longer. But what I'm saying is that this happens as a result of you being able to dash upon your landing because you didn't shield. So what your shielding is doing is it's keeping the two of you together effectively. But the problem with that is that by keeping you two together, you're not also able to use Nana as like a bait for any hit, like hit traps like this one. Like, because this could have easily been like I don't know, you don't really get much off pound specifically, so maybe this isn't the best example. But like this could have easily been an up smash had you been aware of the hit lag and then just, you know, attacked once she's finished her move. Like, once the hitbox is finished from her move. Like, this is very easily an opening. Because she's stuck here for extra time, which we can see when she connects with her. Like, look at how long she's stuck there for. I've hit that, like look at the numbers on the screen. So yeah, that could have easily been an opening. Heck, you could maybe, like, short up fair her, or, like, full hop fair her. Because she was pretty low when it happened. Like, if you full hop fair her, put her on the ground, grab her, I don't know. Maybe that's a little ambitious, but the point is, you're not even getting the opportunity to learn how to use those kinds of openings by shielding so much. So there's an over-dependency there. So I guess, to kind of summarize, if I had to summarize what my major takeaways here, actually, let's see if we can find one.
See it, but here comes MoF. Oh no.
I think that this is actually one.
For a wobble. Get more than that. See it, but here comes MoF. Oh no, unfortunately can't get more than that. 51% is not too bad though.
Okay.
But
The ledge.
Dolph coming in. Oh no.
Yeah, she will guarantee get a back throw there because she's close to the ledge. But
That one right there. Yeah, we just had one happen. Cool.
she will guarantee get a back.
So, watch this. So, they wave dash out of shield, and they wave dash out of shield together, and yeah, because Nana's behind her, Nana gets hit, and then MoF doesn't. Yeah, but it has to do with the fact that Nana is moving like 6 frames after MoF is, so she's behind her. And what I'm saying is that this can be exaggerated with dash, which is what happened with this can be exaggerated with other like forward moving motions like dash. So your wave dashing out of your wave shielding is because they move together less dynamically because they're both in jump squat at the beginning. It doesn't happen in the same way, but it still happens like similarly when you're moving over long distances like this. Yeah, your dash happens more dynamically because your character moves right away. With this one, there's the jump squat, which keeps them together a little bit more effectively. Cool. That makes sense. But yeah, these kinds of baits are important versus characters with stronger poking games because they allow you to like use Nana as a way to like get through them somewhat.
She's a genius.
Nana actually sneaks by Dawson.
This
Yeah.
is the greatest Nana in the world.
Through, almost finding a grab there. Moving
I think
around.
it happens even on this stock, even.
Takes a big
Taking so much percent.
Maybe
up
it's
smash
here.
comes through and MoF closes it out. At least now we.
Now it gets really hard for MoF because what is she gonna do?
Looking for
Take
anything.
space with Blizzard. Ooh,
Oh.
goes
Yeah,
right
look at that up
in.
smash. Look at how early that killed. Look at the damage. 67 on FD with DI to side. Like, yeah. This is okay, cool. So, Mistle Trail. If I had to make a list of things to work on, and I'm going to, so don't worry, they would be as follows. Well, let's use purple. Trail. To-do list. So 1. Up smash. It's very good. Number 2. Shield less. Shield less, especially when far. When Puff is far. That's an ugly eye. Next thing. Handoffs. Handoff cleanup execution. Clean up execution. Instead of this, I would also add instead, which will be in blue, DD Blizzard. And then I also add ice cubes, ice block desync, ice block desync, sync, and then slide across platforms. So this needs to be cleaned up. These are all good things. This is a big thing. KOs early. And remember, that was just one, like the one that Popo hit, right? So that killed at 67 on FD with DI to side, with her slightly in the air. Yeah. And then what this is going to lead to, you're going to be playing more flexibly. Oh, and more ground game. More ground game. Ground game. Playing plats too much. Playing for plats / above diagonal. I'm just gonna do diag approaches. Too much. So like these are the biggest things. If I had to order them, the most important thing I think is like honestly just this. I would say this and therefore these things. And then I would say this would be third. I think everything else is kind of whatever and will figure itself out, but like there's no reason you should not be able to and Nobble. Yeah, the fact that we are not using, like, we're not taking the free 30 damage we get for just grabbing them is, like, yeah. So this is the most important thing to learn. There's lots of, I can send you some, like, I'll send you some video, like, some video footage of, well, I'll send you a guide on how to do it or something if you want, once this is uploaded. But all in all, these are the most important things, I think, for you to work on. I think that this one is probably the easiest one to implement, so if you want to start here, go for it, but I really do recommend the shielding less, especially when the Puff is far away, because this one really is, like, this one's really the biggest one in terms of, like, yeah, this is the one that's, like, limiting you the most. You need to be able to use your dash more effectively, just in general, when you have the two climbers together. The fact that we're not able to set up any of these, and that we're not using the ice cubes to slide over the platforms, even though they're a really good way of covering the air in front of you. And even we saw that in the MoF games. All of that matters quite a bit. I'd also say jab grab more. Actually, yeah, jab grab. Because Jigglypuff is like near the ground and landing a lot. No, it often lands near the ground. Like when Jigglypuff is coming down and landing near the ground, Jab grab is a very good open up. It's pretty good on her shield too. It's like kind of an awkward out of shield timing. So yeah, these are what I'd say. And with that, I think that is the end of this video. I should have this up for you shortly. And yeah, this is a little weird. This is a little different than what I normally do, but hopefully this was helpful to at least Trail and hopefully more people. All right, I'm done. Bye.